afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here. My name is Leslie Hu. I'm an educator in San Francisco Unified School District and Secretary of the United Educators of San Francisco. Happy Asian and Pacific Islander Month. We're here today during this month of all months to amplify how so many of our Chinese bilingual teachers have been disrespected on a fundamental level, on a basic respect level, on a contractual level. We have an incredible group of bilingual teachers who teach in the Cantonese bilingual program across San Francisco Unified School District. These are just some of them. These group of educators will be speaking about their experiences and what they need for SFUSD leadership and management to make it right. We will, our first speaker will be Jessica Ho.
Hello everyone. We, the Chinese bilingual teachers of San Francisco Unified School District, have gathered here at the district's headquarters to share with the public a recent event that has affected our teacher community. During times of low student enrollment, SFUSD teachers go through a consolidation process in which teachers with lower seniority are given a chance to apply to other openings within the district. This year, while SFUSD is facing a huge drop in student enrollment, Chinese bilingual teachers were excluded from this consolidation process. The district failed to recognize our Chinese bilingual teachers as credentialed teachers eligible for repositioning, just like our general education teacher colleagues, and instead incorrectly placed them on the layoff list. As a result of the district's classification error and the failure to inform our affected members in a timely manner, our Chinese bilingual teachers did not get an equal opportunity to participate in the consolidation process. The district did not give our Chinese bilingual teachers the same timely opportunity to seek alternative placements within the school district as general education teachers, violating our contractual rights. Disrespecting our professional Chinese bilingual teachers will put SFUSD Chinese language program at jeopardy. The following speakers are educators who had to face the stress of this exclusionary process. 我哋係三藩市聯合校區嘅中文雙語老師。今日我哋聚集喺呢個校區嘅總部，同大家分享最近影響我哋一啲老師嘅事件。當學生入學率低嘅時候，就需要開除老師。今年三藩市聯合校區嘅招生人數大幅下降，校區需要削減老師。被縮減嘅老師必須經過一個校區人手整合過程，亦俗稱拼合過程 （consolidation process）。喺呢個過程中，資歷比較低嘅老師會被開除，但係佢哋仍然有機會優先申請其他職位嘅空缺。當其他非雙語老師被通知直接進入呢個整合過程，優先申請其他職位空缺嘅時候，中文雙語老師竟然被校區錯誤地完全排除喺呢個整個過程之外。校區唔承認我哋中文雙語老師嘅教學資格。但事實上，我哋中文雙語老師除咗有正統嘅教學證書之外，仲有中文教書嘅可證書嚟嘅，可證嘅。我哋同其他相關嘅老師一樣，有資格優先申請其他職位嘅空缺。 但係校區人事部否定咗我哋中文雙語老師嘅優先申請資格，漠視我哋中文雙語老師嘅專業，而將我哋直接放咗喺開除嘅名單上。中文雙語老師冇得到呢個平等嘅機會參與整個過程。校區冇俾我哋中文雙語老師同其他被縮減嘅老師一樣及時嘅機會喺校區內找第啲嘅空缺。校區違反咗我哋中文雙語老師喺教師合作合約中不分族裔言語嘅平等基本就業權利。如果我哋繼續俾校區縮減我哋中文雙語老師，將會令到我哋三藩市聯合校區中文嘅課程老師更加短缺。三藩市中文雙語嘅課程將處於邊緣化嘅水深火熱危險之中。
Thank you so much, Jessica. Next, we're going to hear from educator Linda Zhao.
And I am a Chinese bilingual teacher in the San Francisco Unified School District. I would like to share with you my experience with the district about the consolidation process for the following school year. Earlier this year, I received a laid-off notice from the district. Up until the morning of Thursday, April 21st, I had not received any instructions with my next steps. The district sent an email that claimed that they had just learned of my consolidation rights for the next school year and told me that I was not able to join the consolidation event that day and to reach out to principals to request for a meeting on my own time. Prior to this email, I had not received any information from the district regarding the process. Instead of acknowledging their mistakes, we were given one 15-minute time slot to interview with a principal. We were expected to provide an updated resume along with an overview of our teaching practices, our philosophy of education, and information about our professional background. We were expected to have this prepared during the same school year. Without any time to digest everything and prepare, we were given our consolidation interview placement 1 hour before the event started, which is not enough time to prepare. Not only were we not given a fair opportunity to choose our school preferences, we were placed with a random school we knew nothing about. Unlike the general education pathway teachers, the Chinese bilingual teachers were not given sufficient notice for the consolidation event. We were not given a fair chance to look for preferred placement. Our Chinese bilingual community within the district has come together to fight these injustices. Although I stand here speaking for my Chinese bilingual colleagues, I also want to take a stand for all the hardworking SFUSD teachers and staff. This district has overlooked us. They have disrespected us. The district did not set us up for success. The negligence and the countless mistakes of the district has made us feel small. From adopting the very problematic Empower system to making critical mistakes in our paychecks, they have tried over and over again to paint themselves as the good guy, brushing off their incompetence and mistakes. We demand accountability from SFUSD and immediate corrective action on a systematic level. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda. Next up is educator Karen C.
Hi everyone. My name is Karen C. I work at San Francisco Unified School District for 4 years as a Chinese bilingual teacher, holding a multiple subject credential with added bilingual certificate to serve our diverse students, their families, and the community in Yale Taylor Elementary School. What happened? Starting from January this year, I received emails from the district about potential layoff due to the district budget deficit and declined enrollment for next school year. On January 28th, about 8 p.m., a Friday night, right before Chinese New Year long weekend, I got an official email for a preliminary layoff notice. Later, in the midweek of the parent-teacher conferences on March 9th, I received a mail packet of a layoff documents. After finishing all the conferences with my students and my families on that night, I read the documents that contain all the legal terms and conditions more than 5 times. I still did not understand my next step clearly. Although I got emails and videos from the district, I truly did not understand the layoff process. And the district never gave the affected teachers their ranking of seniorities. We have to wait for further information. Therefore, I emailed United Educators of San Francisco President Frank Layoff to find out my ranking of seniority and the timeline of the layoff process. On April 10th, Frank happily informed me that the layoff process no longer affected me based on my ranking number. However, just 2 weeks later, I got another email from HR to inform me that Frank's email is unofficial. In other words, I am still on the list of layoff. Until getting an official rescinded letter from HR by May 13th. What are the impacts to me? On the day of the hearing, HR did not recognize Chinese bilingual teachers holding a multiple subject credential in the hearing. This is unacceptable. And insulting to all Chinese bilingual teachers. Consequently, this action of this regarding the minority of Chinese bilingual teachers' credentials caused the affected Chinese bilingual teachers to be placed into general education opening positions, which violates these educators' rights and does a great disservice to Chinese-speaking students and families. Throughout the layoff process, I was completely excluded from any consolidation preferences and consolidation interviews, unlike other consolidated staff in the general education. By the time I realized the layoff process still affects me, the consolidation interview was over. I still do not know and do not have any information about consolidation and do not know what my next steps are. The violation of educators' rights and the discrimination against the minority of Chinese bilingual teachers sadden me. Since getting the preliminary layoff, I have had sleep disorders. The stress and burnout have been high throughout the layoff process and this unusual pandemic times. Not to mention the anxiety that comes from the uncertainty and insecurity of my professional career. Simultaneously, the district keeps challenging my emotional intelligence to provide a professional balance not only to my students, but also to my colleagues and my family. While I am facing all the difficulties that the district creates from the layoff process, the district keeps sending out emails, including the sad news outside the contractual hours to us. How can I manage my emotions throughout that night or the weekend that I received the email? This is heartbroken. 3 things I hope HR changes in the future. I sincerely hope that HR does not repeat the same mistakes. First, I hope the district treats us, the educators, respectfully to acknowledge Chinese bilingual teachers' potential. Second, I hope the district lets all Chinese bilingual teachers choose Chinese bilingual opening position fairly. Last, I hope the district respects all educators' private times and to send out emails within contractual hours and to provide ample time for educators to respond on that accordingly. Thank you so much. 大家好，我係 Cantonese， 我喺三藩市聯合校區任教4年，中文雙語教師。我有正統教學證書之外，仲有中文教學許可證書。我為各種學生群體、佢哋嘅家庭同 Young Taylor 小學嘅社區服務。發生咗咩事咧？喺今年1月開始，我一直收到校區寄嚟電子郵件，關於校區赤字嘅預算，而且有可能裁員。喺1月28日晚上大概係8點鐘左右，星期5嘅夜晚，亦都係喺農曆新年長週末嘅假期之前，我收到人事部正式電子郵件，通知我初步裁員。後嚟喺3月9日嘅家長會嘅嗰一週裏邊，我收到人事部寄出嘅郵件嘅裁員文件。當晚，當我完成晒同學生同埋家長嘅所有會議之後，我將文件包含晒所有法律嘅條款，閱讀咗5次以上，但我亦都無法明白、清楚了解我嘅下一步。雖然我收到校區嘅電子郵件同影片，但係我真係唔了解裁員嘅過程，而且校區從嚟都未俾過受影響嘅教育人士提供佢哋嘅資歷排名，我哋只可以苦苦咁喺度等待。因此，我電郵咗俾 United Educators of San Francisco 嘅主席 Frank Laura，以了解我嘅資歷排名同埋裁員流程嘅時間表。4月10號喺聽證會嘅前一日 ，Frank 好高興咁樣電郵話俾我知，根據我嘅履歷排名，裁員嘅過程唔會再影響我。但係喺只係2週之後，我又收到人事部寄出另一個電子郵件， 話俾我知 ，Frank 嘅電子郵件係非官方嘅，即係話喺5月13號之前，如果人事部冇正式取消信之前，我仍然都係喺裁員名單上面。咁對我有咩影響？聽證會當日，人事部喺聽證會上冇承認過中文雙語班老師持有正式嘅教育證書之外，亦都持有中文教學許可證，呢個係唔可以接受㗎。唔可以接受。而且喺對中文雙語班嘅老師嚟講，係一個極大嘅侮辱。因此喺呢種對於少數嘅中文雙語老師嘅疏忽，導致到受影響嘅中文雙語班、中文雙語老師被分配到普通教育嘅空缺職位上面，對華語學生同華語家長造成極大嚴重嘅傷害。喺整個裁員過程中，我完全被除喺任何合併意向同合併面試之外。喺同普通教育嘅其他合併員工完全唔同。當我認識到裁員過程仍然影響緊我嘅時候，合併面試已經結束咗。直至而家，我仍然冇收到任何一個關於合併嘅信息，我亦都唔知道我下一步應該要點做。人事部侵犯咗教育者嘅權益，歧視屬於少數嘅中文雙語教師，令我感到好難過。自從得到呢個初步裁員之後，我就已經開始失眠。整個裁員過程同埋呢個疫情唔穩定嘅時間，令到我身心疲累。唔使講，更加唔使講我職業生涯嘅不穩同埋不安所帶嚟嘅焦慮。喺我面對住學區喺裁員呢個過程所做到所有嘅困難嘅同時間，校區亦不停咁樣挑戰我嘅情緒智商，去提供專業嘅平衡。咁唔單止係為我嘅學生，佢哋嘅家庭，亦都係為咗我哋嘅同事、我嘅同事同屋企人。校區不斷咁樣電郵壞消息俾我哋，包括合約工作時間以外嘅時間，喺夜晚或者週末收到呢啲電郵，我嘅心情點樣可以平復呢？真係好難過。3件事，我希望人事部可以改變。我衷心希望人事部可以唔好再重複呢個重蹈覆轍。首先，我希望校區改善對我哋呢一班教育工作者嘅待遇，尊重並且承認中文雙語教師嘅資格。第二，我希望教區讓所有嘅雙語教師公平地選擇中文雙語嘅開放職位。最後，我希望校區尊重所有教育工作者嘅私人時間，喺合約時間內電郵，並為工作者提供足夠嘅時間，而做出相應嘅回應。多謝大家。
Afternoon, everyone. Sorry for taking a little pause. My name is Frank Lara. I'm the Executive Vice President of UESF. We're very excited that so many members came in. The Board of Ed meeting it starts at 5. And one thing we wanted to present to our members so that you see the power of unity, the power of community. We have our Board of Ed here. You can check it out here. Thank you for being here. And also, if I still have here our Chief of HR, Kristen Bridger. And I want you to, these are the people, it's been a very difficult year for SFUSD, for our whole community. And there are people trying their best to take the rubble and make it something. And you are the foundation of that. And I just want you to know that there are good people. Kristen called me the very next day, right? Because there's other people working on this and we're all trying to figure it out. And she was one of the reasons why we were able to make it right. We're having a presentation later today, which hopefully will lead to no layoff notice being sent to our multiple subject credential people. Our Board of Ed is here, and they're listening to your stories. This matters. Your work matters, and we're all very sorry that this had to happen, but you have power in your community. So we still have some stories, we still have some sayings, but as they go in, we wanted to make sure you had a chance to realize the influence and power your community has.
Thank you. Next we have Jennifer to continue with the story.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer. I was one of the many educators. I was one of the many educators who received a certified layoff notice from the San Francisco Unified School District HR Department after learning that Chinese bilingual teachers are categorized in a separate layoff pool from the multiple subject pool. I decided to attend the hearing. At the hearing on April 11th, I addressed the error that HR did not integrate Cantonese bilingual teachers into the multiple subject pools, which violated Cantonese bilingual teachers' consolidated right to a multiple subject position. During that time, the representing lawyers were not aware that Cantonese teachers, bilingual teachers also hold a multiple subject credential and plus an additional BCOT authorization. The HR representative was present at that time confirmed that Cantonese bilingual teachers hold multiple subject credentials. Then the lawyer requested a recess so he can make some calls for clarification. After 20 minutes later, the hearing resumed, and the lawyers from SFUSD admitted to the judge that SFUSD HR made a mistake by not including Cantonese bilingual teachers in the ranking system for multiple subjects and requested an extension for the hearing to 1 more day to allow the HR to recalibrate the ranking system by integrating the Cantonese bilingual teachers into the multiple subject category. The judge and all representing lawyers agreed to extend the hearing to April 12, 2022. On the second hearing, the representing lawyer stated from SFUSD stated that Cantonese bilingual teachers do hold multiple subject credentials and are included in the updated ranking list that was created on April 12, 2022. And later on April 20th, I received an email from Frank Laura, the union representative, after 2 p.m. informing me that BCOT teachers can participate in the consolidation placement event on April 21st, 2022. And HR will send information about the process. However, I did not receive any email from the HR, so I reached out to the HR regarding the violation of the contract and the disadvantage for the Cantonese bilingual teachers if you are excluded from the consolidation process placement event. I didn't get any reply from the HR until April 21st, 2022 at 2:22 p.m.
The email is just a notification of one session that was scheduled for me to meet with the administrator. I attended the session. After the session, I learned that some Cantonese bilingual teachers were excluded in the process to choose 6 school sites for an interview by submitting the individual meeting preference forms by 2 p.m. on Tuesday, April 19, 2022. Once again, Cantonese bilingual teachers were excluded and were not given their rights according to the contract. Afterward, I followed the instructions by HR and chose only multiple subject positions on the certificated assignment preference form and submitted the form on April 22 before the deadline, which is April 26. However, later on May 6th, I received an email during my contractual hour from Dean Rep Bilingual regarding a position for next school year. I called him during my lunch break and he shared that HR told him there was a Cantonese position at a different school and asked if I wanted to extend it, but I needed to reply to HR before 4 p.m. on that day. HR did not give the grade level of the position, so I told my contact HR to get more information about the position before I can make my decision. Around 3:30 p.m., I emailed Frank and accepted the position. However, after learning that I will bump someone out of their job and the principal was not happy about the transfer, I declined the position and requested to undo the transfer. How I was impacted. HR should have been aware of Cantonese bilingual teachers' right, given that they were part of the hearing process where this original issue was flagged and addressed by the judge and the district lawyer, and a representative from HR was present for that. This is a violation of contract and my rights. I am excluded to the consolidation placement event and was not given a fair opportunity to apply and interview for open positions. Also, HR did not give sufficient notice prior to the consolidation event like the other consolidated staff in general education classes. Consolidation guidelines specify that principal can give acceptance on the spot or invite you to have a follow-up meeting with principal and member of the staff before a final decision is made by both parties by 5 p.m. on Monday, April 25th, 2022. However, HR specified that I should submit my preference form by Tuesday, April 26th. This means that I and other teachers in my position will be entirely excluded from the process, and that many decisions will be made before even taking our preference into account. Furthermore, I was denied to apply to Chinese bilingual positions. This process has caused me a tremendous amount of stress. I feel disrespected, violated, frustrated, and saddened. It also exhausted my patience. What I want the district to change, acknowledge Cantonese bilingual teachers hold multiple subject credentials and have the same contractual rights as other multiple subject teachers. HR needs to provide notice in a timely manner that allows sufficient time for teachers to reply at least 3 business days. Transparent. HR also needs to be transparent on the layoff process. They need to abide by contract enforcement seniority on the regular layoff list. There should be no backdoor arrangements between principals and HR regarding consolidation placement. Yes. And finally, HR should make sure administrators post all positions during consolidation events to ensure consolidated teachers to get the position, and that will not be open later after the consolidation process.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. We have 2 more speakers. Jessica's up next.
She's going to close. Teacher. First? No, just go. Yeah.
We're standing here in support of all of our colleagues affected in the SFUSD layoff and consolidation process. We, as Chinese bilingual teachers, felt a need to hold today's event because the district treated us unfairly. The district did not give Chinese bilingual teachers equal opportunities to apply to our severely limited openings. This puts Chinese bilingual teachers at a disadvantage in the consolidation process, which hurts the future of our Chinese language program. While the district did respond positively to our demands and has since improved communication and support for our Chinese bilingual teachers, we cannot remain silent when the district neglected and disrespected our teachers' rights. We never want this to happen to any of our colleagues in the future. Just like the Empower payroll system episode that has directly affected the livelihood of all SFUSD educators. These unacceptable administrative errors and lack of care in the reclassification of Chinese bilingual teachers has and will directly affect our students and families. We will not stand by whenever we witness the unfair treatment of our members. We demand accountability, transparency, and remediation on a systematic level. If we are to come back from this very difficult year and work together to build a thriving SFUSD, then leaders, you need to listen to us, educators.
Thank you so much, Jessica. We are going to introduce our last speaker, our community ally, Alan Wong, who is a member of the City College of San Francisco Board of Trustees.
Bilingual here. 大家好，我係黃少麟，三藩市市立大學嘅校董。大家好，我是黃昭麟。Hello everybody, I'm City College Trustee Alan Wong, and today I'm here to help elevate the voice of our Chinese bilingual educators. I want to ensure that our educators here at the SFUSD are treated equitably. For me, this is so important. As a SFUSD kid, I took Cantonese classes at Lincoln High School with Miss Louie. And because of the Cantonese that I learned at home and through the classes with Miss Louie at Lincoln High School, I was able to strengthen my Cantonese and be a contributor to my community. Whenever I think about how important it was for me to be able to have Cantonese speaking teachers, I think about incidents in my life that have impacted me. One time when I was at St. Luke's Hospital, I bumped into a Chinese grandmother that had a big purple eye. She flagged me down because I was the only Chinese guy there. And she told me that she was taking the 15 bus and she got punched in the eye for no reason and shoved out the bus. When police officers came, nobody could talk to her or take her report. And then when she went to the hospital, none of the staff could speak to her. And for me, I was just the union rep, the SEIU union rep that happened to be walking around, and she asked me for help, and I helped her interpret with the staff there. Whenever I think about this instance, I think about how important it is to make sure that we have bilingual education in our schools, that we're protecting our Chinese bilingual educators and ensuring that we have language access for all of our students so that our next generation of young people can develop and learn Cantonese so that they can help their seniors, help their parents be able to interpret, be able to help translate those tax documents, be able to help them purchase things or talk to the IRS or help go to a business and help them buy something and translate for their seniors, for their parents, and for everybody else in their life that does not have the language skills that they do. And the foundation of that comes from our SFUSD Chinese bilingual teachers. Today, I'm here to educate the voice of our Chinese educators. I'm here to seek remedy to address these grievances that they have brought up. I believe that this oversight is something that must be fixed. Yes. SFUSD needs to show its commitment to be here, and I'm so glad that we did have many of our SFUSD Board of Education members come here. To me, that's a sign of commitment, but now action needs to be taken to ensure that the grievances of these teachers are remedied. This is a significant oversight, and we must make it right. Having Chinese education is about stopping Asian hate. It's about ensuring that our seniors have access to public safety services. It's about ensuring that our Chinatown community can talk to healthcare professionals or have access to social services. And that's why I'm here to support our educators. We must make this right and address these grievances. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for being here. Educators will be available for interviews afterwards. Thank you so much for being here, and the most thanks though I really want to say is to our educators. They came here demanding rights that they shouldn't have to come here on their off hours to actually demand. So thank you all so much.
Let's do it again.
Close up, Ken.